I talk about social work has a marketing problem. It has a branding problem. It has an image issue. Mm-hmm. When you mention a social worker, you're thinking of a foster care worker. You're thinking about somebody coming in to take some kids. You think about somebody making somebody's life more complicated. And the issue that I have with that is the hood is filled with social workers. Yeah. If you actually think about it, there are so many people that are community minded that honestly, the training of being a social worker is just learning how to talk to people with some sense, bro. Yeah. You know, it's learning systems, is learning how to actually operate with the human emotions and looking at things from a different point of view, not a judgment point of view.
And that was literally my next situation with non-judgmental viewing of somebody, and you see the human in anybody. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times when you come from the environments we come from, you know, we love to point fingers and call people names that when they in situations you may not understand, you know, and
real talk.
And that's just the reality, though. Like,
we do more harm than good when it comes down to the art of trying to help people, and that's what social work teaches: the art of helping, how to navigate someone and deal with someone from an objective standpoint to get the job done. And what happens is sometimes care can do too much damage. You know, mama cares so much that she's not listening, or she's enabling, or she's blocking the progress of growth to happen, because the only time for growth to happen is through challenge.
And you got to be uncomfortable in that. If you're comfortable, you can't grow if you're comfortable.
That's
somebody.
What therapy is. It's impossible to make someone. I'm not going to change unless I get a negative reinforcement. Mm-hmm. If I do something bad, every time I do something bad, this is what happens to me. That is what therapists are supposed to be doing. Yes. And we can have a whole other conversation about that, because I got some smoke about that, because I think sometimes we just sit there and talk. You know, you're talking and coddling emotions and not
navigating and help them find their own way.
I'm a little bit even more raw than that. It's just, forcing change. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to sit up in here and you paying me whatever funds. I don't care where it's coming from, insurance dollars, whatever. Yeah. And we're not going to be, what's the change? You just came up here crying to me, talking about, man, you know, that's a whole other conversation. But I want to, real quick to, talk about your, just your journey from the beginning with Lake Ridge. You know what I'm saying? Because to work at Lake Ridge.
No, that's a special operation, man.